Hey everyone, welcome to Finding Tickers, where we discuss stocks that our community is trading. This episode is brought to you by FREIBA E Watch List, our signature trading service that shares a daily list of handpicked stocks, live trade alerts, trading strategies, portfolio reviews, market news, and much more, all to help you learn how to trade and become a better investor. So make sure you click the link below, subscribe today, and don't miss out on another opportunity. All right, let's get into some tickers. So here we have the SPY, S&P 500. Today we hit new all-time highs. It was short-lived. We had a high of 479.98, basically 480, which we talked about yesterday, and we talked about hitting it today. And this morning we had discussed the potential rejection of that level. So that was really close, close watch, and we got that pretty big rejection on the spot. So we opened up in a decent manner, right? We were open over 479, and then a nice push to that high of 479.98, almost at 480. Then a huge rejection to pull back the VWAP, small bounce, and then we kind of broke down below VWAP, popped back up, retested the highs, and then pulled back pretty hard below VWAP and had a local low here around 479. So we tested 479 to the downside, and then you kind of trended downwards, had a nice pop to retest the highs, and then a massive sell-off into lunch until about 11 o'clock here. And you kind of had somewhat of a double bottom set up here, and then just trending lower and kind of a fade until the afternoon, and then we had a nice bounce. So after this break of that support level here at 476.50, you had this low here at 475.58, and then a nice parabolic, almost parabolic push to back over the 478 level to almost 479, and then finally a last hurrah there of a sell-off into the close. But we closed at around we closed at 477.55. But it was pretty interesting. We were pretty much flat on the day, comparatively speaking. But that gap up was positive still, and so we can anticipate some continuation there. The break of 480 is exactly what we were looking for, so we'll keep that on watch and see as the SPY continues to move. Now, as you can see here, this chart still looks pretty good, right? So ideally, what we want for tomorrow is to break the 478.40 level and hopefully open or quickly get to that level, and then potentially push up and make that high over 480 and break in. I think once we crack 480, we should be off to the races. But that is a SPY, and we'll keep you guys posted on that, but we're watching it closely as always. All right, so now we'll get into some of our watch list trades from today, and we'll have bonus at the end, so stick around for that. Now, first, we have ticker on our watch list, and this morning our watch list again comes out before the market opens every day, and that is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo was at the top of the list, and for good reason. So we saw some strength in the financial sector. We've been talking about this for a while with tapering starting, and interest rate rises on the horizon. We were anticipating some bullish activity coming in. We saw some flow, and Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and a few others were some of the biggest recipients. So Wells Fargo today had a pretty massive day, right? Over 3%, almost 4% actually on Wells Fargo, with a close of 52.75. But we had opened here and had a pretty strong push all day. Now, you opened at around 51.50, and then a nice push, and it never really looked back, never really broke down, right? You had a test here of this previous support, local support here at around the $52 level, and so it bounced off of that twice and trended up all day. Now, Wells Fargo, this trade here ended up being a 500% mover today on WFC. So, congratulations to everyone that took this trade. This was awesome. That is WFC Wells Fargo. Now, we have this pretty parabolic looking chart here where it's just kind of going straight up, right? So we anticipate some more continuation out of this. However, we do see that there's a gap here. We don't anticipate it happening right away, right? But that's something to keep in mind moving forward. But in terms of tomorrow, we're going to be looking for some continuation at a after a bounce off of 52.25, and then we'll kind of continue to monitor Wells Fargo from there for some more potential upside. That is WFC Wells Fargo. All right, next is Bank of America. So Bank of America, similar story, right? Finance, banking, and bullish. So similar to Wells Fargo, right out of the gate, you had this nice push. You had, the retest, the support here at around 47.50, and you had that right. First low, stayed over VWAP, higher low, but retesting that same area of liquidity, push all the way up over the $48 level to a high of 48.43. And Bank of America was a 300% winner today. 300%. So congratulations to everyone that took Bank of America. They're very similar trade to Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo had, slightly, pretty similar move, but the volatility was a little bit higher in some of those contracts, and so hence a little bit of that difference there. But that is Bank of America, BAC. And similar to Wells Fargo, we're going to be looking for some more continuation to the upside. And naturally, with it being around Bank of America being at $48, you're looking at about $50 to the upside as the next kind of psychological level. All right, next from the watch list. So that is FSR. Fisker is an electric vehicle company. We've been getting some bullish activity coming into electric vehicles, and this had an incredible bounce today. So you had a push here out of the gate. So after this small dip here at pre-market and at the open, it bounced off of almost to the penny of this level here that we have at 1662, and a nice pop to a high of 1710, and then kind of a fade all the way into around 11 o'clock. And then everything shifted, right? You had this nice bounce off low and a nice almost V-shaped pull bounce here on FSR, and this was pretty nice. You had this low here at 1606 and squeeze up into after hours at 1750. So almost $1.50 move off of that low. And again, just seeing the bullish activity, bullish sentiment in the EVs, we can anticipate some more action out of this. However, FSR today was 100% win. 100% win on FSR. So congratulations to everyone that took this trade. I presented a few different opportunities. So both from a scalping to the upside, pullback, a short on the pullback, and then riding that bounce all the way to the close and on to the next couple of days here. And in terms of the chart, it actually looks very good. You have kind of a falling wedge here and a potential breakout reversal. The next level that we're looking for this to break is basically $18, but to the penny, I have about 1776. We're very close to that, so we can anticipate this thing to continue to start to curl here on the chart. You may see some basing out here, but I think we retest $18 first on FSR. It's a fast mover, and with the EV catalyst. It's pretty attractive for buyers, and it's FSR. All right, next we have Nutribrand. So this was back on the radar today. It had basically this third day. There is this first red day out of the past couple of days after this huge gap up. We had some pretty crazy volatility on this name today. We were able to scalp it in the morning, and we got about 50 cents out of this, and it was 48 cents. And just to put that into perspective, if you were to purchase 1,000 shares and you made 48 cents per share, that'd be $480. So NTRB, as you can see, presented a few different opportunities as it moved, dollar or two in these short time frame rips here throughout the day. So we traded it in the morning mainly, and again you had this nice pop here from $9 to a high of about 10.38, and so it left for a nice opportunity for us to go for a long. We took it right after this kind of micro pullback here, and then this push to that high. So NTRB was a great trade today. Um, and again, similar to FSR, you had short opportunities in this, and some key levels that broke a couple of times. So NTRB was definitely a great ticker to trade today. So congratulations to everyone that was in this with us. All right, next we have HOTH, HOTH. HOTH is actually holding up pretty well. So there is a couple levels that we were looking at today, and that was this little consolidation zone here between 150, 147 and about 156. And as soon as we saw that break, that's actually when we took the trade, and we caught a nice rip here, a nice pop from we were in we scalped it right in this area here, yeah, it was a decent win, nice scalp on HLTH. But we're going to be looking for some more upside in this name, as the catalyst is relatively decent, and it's a penny play, and we typically don't play pure penny plays where you have these stocks that are under $2, under $5 or whatnot. Mainly, anything with a one in it, right? We typically don't trade that much, but this is a former runner, and we can anticipate some more upside with it being a new year, new buyers coming in, people buying these penny stocks, and so HLTH will continue to be on watch, but we'll look for some more bigger moves out of this, and the key level is this consolidation range for it to break. As you can see, it got back in it in the morning and didn't quite break out. So we really want this to break over 155, and so we'll look for that potentially tomorrow for some more opportunities. All right, next we have Facebook. So Facebook today, we were actually we had a meeting this morning, and we talked about a short plan for Facebook. So, initially Facebook set up a nice flag pattern here after a big push from this consolidation after they opened and kind of a curl here at 338. 338.70s, and then a nice push to a high of 343.09. We actually went short on Facebook at the kind of failed continuation as well as the pullback in the market at right around 10 o'clock. And so we caught this nice push lower here, which was about $5 a share on Facebook. But this was a 60% win on Facebook, 60% win on that short. So congratulations to everyone. We called that short out. It worked out perfectly. So kudos to you guys. That was great. And that is Facebook. And Facebook faded. The rest of the day there was some obviously more short opportunities, as it's had a low of 331, right? A pretty pretty decent drop. You're about $12, off that low, but you have a weaker recovery here, but nonetheless a decent retest of some levels. And we'll continue to look for some volatility out of Facebook. It's kind of entering this range here of about 330 to 340, and so we'll see which way it goes from here. And that is Facebook FB. I'm sorry, Meta FB. All right, next, the fan favorite, Tesla. So Tesla had some production numbers come out. Actually, we talked about this yesterday because of the fact that we traded Tesla yesterday. But after what goes up must come down. So after a massive day like yesterday, you had this pretty big pullback today, and we were able to scalp Tesla on a couple occasions. As you can see, it was a pretty clear downtrend all the way to a low of 1123. We did play some bounces out of this, and so we scalped it to the upside and the downside. So there are a bunch of different trades on this. 4% here, 3% there, but one of the shorts was 11%, and then finally we caught a $10 short to this local low here at around 1162 from the 1136 is from the 1146 level. That was pretty awesome, and that was a 25% move out of Tesla. So congratulations to everyone that took this trade. This was pretty nice, and the bounces were just as nice, right? If you kind of timed it correctly, you had these level breaks and some clear horizontals to move past, and so Tesla was interesting today, and we definitely capitalized on that volatility. All right, next we have TJX. So as you recall, we entered another position on TJX. This is the second time in the past couple of weeks that we traded this, but we took this as a swing, and that swing worked out really well. So we finally broke all-time highs and had a high of 77.35, and this is on TJX, right? Holiday season's over, consumers discretionaries are getting some volume, and so here we are. So this is exactly what we were anticipating. We were looking for this all-time high break, which was around at just below $77, and you finally got that crack at that level, and this is actually where we exited that position, this second position on this TJX. So we do anticipate some more upside to this. We do have some high hopes. There's some reasoning behind that, as far as why we exited now. So feel free to shoot us a message, and we can get into more detail as to what that strategy is all about. All right. So those are those tickers. Now let's get into the bonus. So we have a new ticker on our radar. As you guys know, we like to throw a ticker out that we might be looking at potentially, right? Kind of a side eye, or something that's just kind of generalized or generally on our radar that, whether it has upcoming catalysts or whatnot. And today's ticker is TM, Toyota Motor Group. So as you can see, this chart is very, very impressive. A nice gap up, huge gap up, breakout. We were talking about $15 from the previous close, and this was due to a few things. You had some awards being given, the production numbers from Tesla recently, and there was some other interesting data that came out of Toyota today. So we're going to keep this on watch. This is a really nice breakout here from this ascending. Well, actually, it was really a consolidation over the past 6 or 7 months. So well-deserved move out of Toyota, and so it is now on our radar as we look for some more upside in this, and that is TM Toyota. All right, that is all the tickers for today, folks. Thanks very much. So if you can, we'd like to know what you guys are trading. So leave a message below, leave a comment, let us know what you're trading, and also if you have any questions about any particular tickers, you can go ahead and drop it below, and we'll get back to you shortly. And also, if you want to learn how to trade, learn our strategies, definitely shoot us a message as well. And if you enjoy this episode, please like, share, subscribe, and then please click the link below, join our community, and become a better investor. So we definitely appreciate all the support. Our community is growing quickly. We're super excited about that, and we have lots more to come. So definitely stay tuned. And thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning into Finding Tickers.